So hello students, today I'll be continuing the video of NPSC modern history from question number 101 to 200. Before this, I want to wish everyone a happy new year and continue your preparation for the upcoming mains examination. So let's get the video started. From question number 101, we'll be completing up to 200 and we'll be winding up this modern history portion. So let's get the video started. In which year the British government announced the Communal Award? So the Communal Award was announced by the British government in 1932, which was announced by Mr. Ramsay MacDonald, and this is also known as the Communal Award of 1932, which awarded separate electorates for various sections of the religion like Sikh, Christian, Muslims, etc. Next, 102. At which session of the Congress in 1916 the moderates and the extremists were reunited? So this was reunited in the Lucknow session of 1916, where a pact was signed between the Muslim League and the Indian National Congress, and also the moderates and the extremists were reunited. Next, 103. Who among the following started the newspaper New India? So the New India was started by Annie Besant, and she also started the newspaper called Commonwealth, which was started to ignite the nationalism among the Indians. Next, Sarvodaya plan was prepared by. So the Sarvodaya plan, or reaching the poorest of the poor, was started by J.P. Narayanan. So this was started by J.P. Narayanan, who was a propagator of this Sarvodaya. In which year Rowlatt Act was passed? So the Rowlatt Act was passed in 1919. It is also known as the Revolutionary and Terrorism Act 1919, which is similar to the ASPA Act of 1958. And this Rowlatt Act was passed in order to arrest anyone without any warrant or arrest. Next, who among the following presided over the Congress session of at Surat in 1907? So the the conflict between the extremists and the moderates reached a boiling point in Surat session, where the moderates won, and this Congress session was presided over by Ras Bihari Ghosh, who defeated Lala Lajpat Rai, and as a result of this, the extremists were kicked out of the International Congress. However, they were reunited in 1916 by in Lucknow through the efforts of Annie Besant and Bal Gangadhar Tilak. So we need to remember the continuity of the history there. Next, 107. Who of the following said to have started the Congress on the direction of the Viceroy to act as a safety valve? So safety valve theory was given by A.O. Hume, who is said to have uh, established the Congress as a safety valve in order to know the aspirations of the people and keep a check on the people's uh, desires and help in curbing the nationalism in India. So question number 108. Who among the following presided the Congress session held in Lahore 1921 and passed the Purna Swaraj resolution? So this was passed by Jawaharlal Nehru, who was presiding over the Congress session in Lahore 1929. Following the failure of the non-cooperation movement, the young nationalists like Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose were disillusioned with the direction in which the old leaders were going. So they persuaded the leaders such as Mahatma Gandhi and Sardar Patel that they will pass a complete resolution called Purna Swaraj in if the government did not accept their resolution. Till before 1929, the only aim of the Congress was dominant status. However, after 1929, the ultimate aim of the Congress was shifted from dominant status to complete independence. That is, Indians will no longer be under the British, but will be established as an independent and a republic. So this was passed by Mahatma Jawaharlal Nehru. Identify a place in Gujarat where Sarojini Naidu led satyagrahas in for a dharna and salt deposit in 1930. So the salt satyagraha which was led by Sarojini Naidu was called the Dharasena salt satyagraha. Next, in which language the Kesari was published in Tilak? So the Kesari was printed in Marathi. There are two newspapers of BG Tilak, that is Marathi and Kesari. So we need to know the difference. Kesari was printed in Marathi. However, Marathi is also a newspaper which was printed by BG Tilak, and this was printed in English. So remember the difference between these two. Next, in which year the Jallianwala Bagh massacre had taken place? The Jallianwala Bagh massacre had taken place in 1919 in April of 1919 at a place called Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar in Punjab. In which year the moderates and extremists came to an agreement known as the Lucknow Pact? So as I have told you, the extremists and the moderates, through the efforts of B.G. Tilak and Annie Besant, were reunited through the Lucknow Pact of 1916. And also the Muslim League and the Congress also signed a pact also known as the Lucknow Pact. Next, 113. The Indian struggle is an autobiography of Subhash Chandra Bose, who was elected as the president of the Indian National Congress in 1938 and 39. Next, who among the following was the Governor General responsible for the construction of railways and telegraphic provision of postal facilities in India? So this was the efforts of Lord Dalhousie. The railways was constructed in 1853 between Bombay and Thane, and also the postal facilities were introduced by Lord Dalhousie. So, and Lord Dalhousie is also responsible for the establishment of the PWD, that is Public Works Department, and also he is responsible for introducing various reforms in the administration as well. Who granted the Diwani of Bengal to the East India Company in 1765? So the Diwani of Bengal, that is the right to collect 8 taxes in Bengal, was given in 1965 by the Emperor of Delhi. So the answer is Emperor of Delhi. And 1765 was where the Battle of Boxer was took place, where the Nawab of Bengal, Mir Jafar, the Nawab of Awadh, and the Emperor of India Akbar II was defeated. The Mountbatten Plan, which proposed the partition of India, was declared in. So the Mountbatten Plan was declared in June of 1947. And what is this Mountbatten Plan? Mountbatten Plan is actually the the plan to separate India and Pakistan into two parts. However, this was thoroughly rejected by Mahatma Gandhi. In 117. In which year Janakana Mana was first sung? So the Janakana Mana was first sung in 1911, and this was composed by Rabindranath Tagore. Next, which of the following gave the title Raja to Ram Mohan Rai? So the title of Raja was given to Akbar, was given by Akbar II. Next, who among the following translated Kalidasa's Shakuntala? So Kalidasa was a contemporary of King Akbar. and the Shakuntala was translated by Sir William Jones. The police action in which the annexation of Hyderabad took place was also known as by which operation. So this operation was also called the Operation Polo, which was initiated mm, by Sardar Patel, who was also known as the Iron Man of India, for reuniting in the princely states and other small territories into the Union of India. The black hole tragedy took place within the tenure of which of the following? So the black hole tragedy is what took place within the on the tenure of Sirajudullah, in which he put several foreigners inside a small room and allowed them to suffocate to die. And this tragedy is also known as the black hole tragedy. Which of the following led to the army of the East India Company in the Battle of Buxar, which took place in 1764? So the the East India Company army was led by Hector Monroe. Next, which of the following was the Nawab of Bengal when Diwan of Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa was granted the East India Company? So the Nawab of Bengal during that time was Mir Qasim, who was installed after the defeat of Sirajudullah in the Battle of Plassey in 1757. Sirajudullah was defeated, in his uh, and in his place Mir Qasim took place. And during that time, the Diwani of Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa was given to the Sirajudullah, was given to the East India Company, who had become the first Governor General of India after independence. So the first Governor General of India after independence was Mr. Mountbatten, who was allowed to continue. However, the first Indian Governor General was uh, C. Rajagopalachari. Next, who had the Charles Wood Dispatch of 1854 primarily dealt with? So the Wood's Dispatch was primarily related to educational reforms, which suggested that establishment of universities. As a result of this, three universities were established in 1857. That is the University of Mumbai, the University of Bombay, and the University of Calcutta was established by the Wood's Dispatch of 1857. Next, who among the following had attended all the three roundtable conference in India? So all the three roundtable conference was attended by B.R. Ambedkar. M.K. Gandhi only attended the second. Jawaharlal Nehru was totally absent, and Madan Mohan Malviya was also not present during that time. Next, the leader who quit politics returned to Pondicherry and set up an ashram there was Aurobindo Ghosh. So Aurobindo Ghosh was acquitted in the 1909 Manik Tola case, or the Alipur bomb case, in which he was accused of bombing Lord Judge, and as a result of this, he was accused of killing of attacking the British official. However, he was not he was let go after evidences was not found against him. As a result of this, Manik Tola, or the Alipur bomb case, the Aurobindo Ghosh left and became a saint in Pondicherry. Next, the act constituting the first legislative interference by the British Parliament in the affairs of India was, so the Parliament was the Regulating Act of 1773, which was first introduced in 1773. Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place in 1919, April 13, 1919. Next, who was called the heroine of the Quit India movement? 1942. So Aruna Asif Ali was declared was been called the heroine of the 1942 Quit India movement, which occurred in August of 8, 1942. He was called heroine because after the launch of the Quit India movement, all the leaders of the Indian National Congress and re- um, all the nationalists were arrested. However, Aurangzeb Ali was the only remaining uh, woman who was not arrested. So she continued with the struggle, and as a result, she was called the heroine of the 1942 Quit India movement. The office of the Governor General of India was created by the office of the Governor General was created by the Charter Act of 1833, in which the Lord William Bentinck became the first Governor General of India, who was the Congress president when India became free. So the Congress president was J.B. Kripalani, who was the Congress president when India became free. The naval mutiny took place in 1946. This revolt is also known as the Ratings Revolt of 1946, and this was the last nail to the coffin, in which after this the British um, eh, uh, agreed to leave India. The All India Muslim League was formed in 1906 so the Muslim League was formed in Dhaka, which is in Bangladesh now, and it was founded on December of 30, 1906, and the first president of the Muslim League was Aga Khan, who met Lord Minto, and they agreed to establish the Muslim League. The revolutionaries who died after a 64 hunger strike. So the revolution who died after a 64 days hunger strike was Badugeshwar, was the Jatin Das, who protested against the inhuman treatment meted out to the revolutionaries and the unpalatable food that is provided at the prison. So he declared a hunger strike and he died after 64 days. The communal award, which was subsequently changed following Gandhi's fast and the death in jail, has been given by, so as I have told you, it was given in 1902 and was given by Ramsay MacDonald. The trade monopoly of East India Company accepting tea was ended by the Charter Act of 1813. However, by the Charter Act of 1833, all the monopolies that was enjoyed by the East India Company was ended, including tea. Who introduced the subsidiary alliance? Subsidiary alliance was introduced by Lord Wellesley in 1798. Which of the in which date the Quit India movement was announced? So the Quit India movement was announced in, as I've told you, 8th of August 1942. In how many times A.C. Bose was elected president of the INC? So I told you that Subhash Chandra Bose was elected for the two times, that is 1938 and 39, in the Haripura and Tripuri session of the Indian National Congress. So with this, the video on modern history has come to an end. I hope you all like the video, and I'll be continuing ancient and medieval MCQ for mains in the next coming video. So thank you all for watching and continue preparing for your exam. Have a great day.